The book finally lands on bookshelves today. Plenty of revelations and details around the Prince's former relationships.
Because he's gone into that in some detail, hasn't he? And it's caused quite a stir. Well, interior designer Catherine Ommanney, who had a month-long relationship with Harry when he was 21, describes him today as then being very brave, charismatic and an incredibly funny human being. And she joins us now. Hello. Thanks very much for coming in at this time of the day.
You're welcome.
We appreciate it.
Sorry I look so tired.
Well, we all know what Harry's like.
Up.
We all know what Harry's kind of like now. I mean, he says in interviews that he's never been happier, but he doesn't look it. He looks absolutely miserable. Back in 2006, how would you have encapsulated him? What was he like?
When a former romantic partner speaks publicly about a member of the royal family, it's almost guaranteed to attract attention. But what makes this particular conversation intriguing isn't simply that Catherine Ommanney once dated Prince Harry. It's the contrast she draws between the man she remembers and the public figure he has become. Over the years, Harry's life has undergone extraordinary changes. From serving in the military to stepping back from royal duties, relocating to California, and publishing a deeply personal memoir, the Duke has experienced a transformation unlike almost any other modern royal. That raises an interesting question. Does fame, responsibility, and public scrutiny fundamentally change a person, or do they simply reveal aspects of their character that were always there?
He was very carefree and fun-loving and great sense of humour. I mean, we laughed so much. I don't think many human beings have made me laugh so much.
Aww.
And just a very, very different person. I don't even recognise him now on the TV. I haven't watched his interview yet.
You haven't?
But, no.
OK.
No.
Have you read the book?
No.
Have you looked to see if you're in the book?
No, I don't think I'd be in the book.
Because
I was a 34-year-old mother of two, so I don't think that's something he was particularly
you think that he'd be embarrassed about?
Well, now I would hear that, you know, he's been with people far older than me, so...
Well, the age gap wasn't... What was the age gap when you were with him?
Well, he was 21, I was 34.
21, 34. And you've said that it became quite clear to you that he did have an interest, shall we put it, in older women. That was the thing.
Well, I think so, because I think he... Well, like I said, sorry, my eyes are watering, so I'm so tired. I could just sense now that he definitely was surrounded by 20-year-olds that wanted to just be with him. And
Catherine describes Harry as carefree, humorous, and someone who loved to laugh. Those qualities align with the image many people associated with the younger prince during the mid-2000s. At that time, Harry was often portrayed as the more relaxed and spontaneous member of the royal family, frequently making headlines for his adventurous lifestyle. However, it's important to remember that public perception can be misleading. While the world saw a fun-loving prince, Harry has since revealed in interviews and his memoir that he was privately struggling with grief, pressure, and unresolved emotions following the loss of his mother. It's a reminder that even people who appear happiest outwardly may be carrying burdens invisible to everyone else.
So how did you meet?
We met in a restaurant through a dinner party and we got mutual friends in Australia who we stayed with, and they're really good friends, and that's how we started talking.
And was the attraction sort of immediate? That spark?
Well, not like a kind of physical attraction, just humour, and also the fact we've shared the same experiences and ranches in Australia and outback, and the same friends. So that was an immediate, you know, connection.
Do you feel that, because you mentioned in that last answer that he was surrounded by people of his own age who perhaps just weren't as mature as he was looking for? He had an attraction to older women. Do you think he needed someone to sort of ground him? Someone who wasn't carried away?
Well, I listened to him a lot.
Yes.
So maybe the others didn't, but I did listen to him a lot. And I think that's what he needed.
Do you think he's found that in Meghan? Someone who isn't carried away with his...
Well, I'm not going to slander Meghan because I think she's done a good enough job of that herself, so...
I'm not suggesting you should slander her.
No, I know.
I was thinking of it in a positive way.
Well, what do you mean?
No, I don't, well, when you say a positive way, I don't know what he's found in Meghan, other than I'm really sad for him. I'm sad for the whole royal family, because I don't think he's going to recover from this very quickly. And the fact that he's, you know, publishing the book. I mean, if I was him, I'd have pulled it back straight away.
Yeah.
Well, there are reports that he tried to. There are reports that he did want to pull it.
Well, too late.
He'd already signed the contract.
Yeah.
I wonder what sort of early signs you might have picked up here. I mean, I noticed in the notes about you and the things you've been saying that he did talk to you a bit about Kate. At that stage, William and Kate weren't married. They'd had this sort of on-off relationship.
Yeah.
But they were together then in 2006. And you say that he was actually quite negative about her.
Yeah, we didn't talk very long about her, but I definitely got the impression that they weren't very close. I mean, we spoke a lot about lovely late Queen, because they were very close, and we spent more time talking about her than any other member of the royal family.
Sounds like he was very unguarded then. He wasn't sort of playing his cards to his chest. He was quite happy to talk to you about Her Majesty.
We sat and talked for a long time about the family, but mostly about the Queen, because his sense of humour and hers were like parallel, and we hardly ever saw the Queen laughing properly. But him and you know, his grandmother laughed a lot, so...
Did he talk about his mother very much? Because
No, not at all.
Not at all. That's interesting, because in the interviews, which you've not seen, and in the book, that's a very major component, really, of his memoirs. He didn't talk about her at all?
No, not at all.
The publication of Spare changed how many people viewed Prince Harry. By openly discussing family tensions, mental health, military service, and past relationships, he presented a version of himself that was far more vulnerable than the polished royal image audiences had known. For some readers, that honesty was refreshing. For others, it crossed a line by exposing deeply private family matters. Catherine's comments arrive within that larger debate. When she says she no longer recognizes him, she's not simply comparing two moments in time, she's commenting on a transformation that millions of people around the world have also observed and interpreted in very different ways.
No,
but I did find, when I saw the Netflix, that I thought the most cringeworthy scene, well, along with the fake bow and all that, which just really grossed me out, was showing Archie, the picture of his, you know...
Yeah.
grandmother.
You talk about the fake bow, and you've had an intimate...
And the look on his face.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask
you.
Yeah, because I've only met Harry once, and it was fleetingly, but
Right.
you had this intimate relationship with him for a number of weeks. What did you make of his body language when, in that documentary, Meghan was giving this exaggerated bow?
Absolutely...
He hated it, didn't he?
He absolutely hated it, and I don't blame him, because it was so mocking and humiliating.
Yes.
Why did your relationship with him come to an end? Because one of the things he talks about in the book is that whenever he had a girlfriend or any connection, they were scared off by the paps and the press. I mean, it's obviously a persisting...
Whenever someone from a public figure's past speaks out, audiences naturally become curious. Former partners often offer glimpses into a period before worldwide fame or before major life changes occurred. Still, those recollections represent just one perspective. Memories are personal, selective, and shaped by the passage of time. They can provide valuable insight, but they don't necessarily tell the complete story. For viewers, the challenge is balancing nostalgia with the understanding that people evolve. The Harry Catherine remembers in 2006 existed under entirely different circumstances than the Harry seen today.
Oh, yes. I mean, I couldn't stay at home. As soon as it was leaked, I had to leave my house with my children for, I think it was only 3 weeks, because the whole press was outside my house, and my daughters couldn't even go to school, and other than lying under the on the floor of the school bus. So it was very intrusive. But it was never going to be a relationship.
No, but that's interesting. Even though it was a brief relationship, you had a glimpse of the pressures of what it...
It was horrendous. I mean, I was chased down the street. I actually left the country for a bit as well, so...
It's interesting you say that, because, of course, he says he had to leave the UK because he was so worried about Meghan.
He says that, he left the UK for privacy and, this secure life, and then he's gone and done this documentary and written a book.
What would you say to him?
And he's just done exactly full circle of escaping
Yeah.
He's put himself right in the public eye in every way.
Perhaps the real story isn't about one former relationship at all. It's about identity. Prince Harry has spent much of the last several years redefining who he is outside the traditional structure of the monarchy. Whether people support his decisions or disagree with them, few would argue that his life has remained static. Comments like Catherine's resonate because they touch on a universal experience. Most people can think of someone they knew years ago who seems completely different today. Time, responsibility, family, and hardship have a way of reshaping us all.
What would you say to him if you found yourself sitting next to him on a plane, for example?
What now? I'd just say, like, you know, what the hell are you doing? But then I think it's too late. And I don't know what kind of therapy he's been having, but I don't think it's kind of worked out very well.
Don't you? Don't you think he's found a sort of happiness somewhere with a woman who understands him?
I don't know. I don't know.
No, I suppose that's the point. None of us know.
No.
What's really going on.
I haven't read the book, obviously, yet, even though it's come out in Spain, but I don't read Spanish. I speak Spanish.
It's out now. It's out in the country now.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to be rushing to
Can
go
I
and
ask
read
a
it.
question?
Yeah, of course.
Did he talk to you about Camilla? Because, of course, he's been very critical about Camilla in the overnight TV interviews. Did he talk about her?
No.
Interesting.
No.
Or his dad?
Nope.
It was mainly positive stuff about the Queen.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
And it was lovely because they were really close.
Yeah, they clearly had a very good bond, didn't they? Catherine, lovely to see you. Thank you very much
You're
indeed.
welcome.
As more voices from Prince Harry's past continue to emerge, the public conversation surrounding his transformation is unlikely to fade anytime soon. The bigger question may not be whether Harry has changed, but whether our expectations of him have changed just as dramatically. What do you think? Has Prince Harry simply grown through extraordinary life experiences, or has he become someone entirely different from the prince the public once knew? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy thoughtful royal analysis and stories that go beyond the headlines, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Because with the royal family, every new interview has the potential to reveal another piece of a much larger story.